changing, and I think right now the consumer is easier to get access to than in previous
they get the information
years.
more easier than before.
Right. So in the old days, you had to call Sears or some other big store and talk to somebody and get your product on the shelves.
Next in your neighborhood, you get something valuable information.
Yeah, I mean it was really really hard to get your products in front of consumers.
Yeah.
And like individual people made that decision.
Yeah.
Like somebody working in merchandising at Sears or JCPenney or another big store. Now you put your products on a marketplace and you can get them directly in front of consumers.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have built very big businesses going to manufacturers and saying, we will do all of the work of the marketplace and sell your product in high volume.
Yeah.
And I think some of those brands and some of those manufacturers are starting to think, hey, why don't we just do this directly?
Yeah.
But I've spoken to many manufacturers who don't want to do that. It's not their skill set.
Yes, exactly.
And I think it's like if you're really, really good at something, focus on that.
Yeah.
So some businesses though, maybe like partnering up with a distributor, and and this is like they're kind of making a joint venture.
Exactly. This is what is happening.
Yeah.
Because I read your resume before that you were as a virtual capital investment.
Yeah, venture capital.
I used to be a co-founder of a project which got also virtual capital.
Yeah.
Actually, I am also doing this kind of business.
Right.
What I did, I find fund for good team.
Yeah.
Combine them together.
Yeah.
I find supply chain, combine with the sellers.
Yeah, it makes
sense. This is what you are talking about. That I'm good on production.
Yeah.
And I have big business about OEM orders, B2B orders, but I really want to take that bite of that cake because it really looks like delicious.
Yep.
So what is happening in China right now? The people who own the big company, they will put money or put fund or put resource on small team.
Yep.
And start joint company.
Right.
So for Tophatter, will you have some special prefer for this kind of sellers or no?
Yeah, I mean I think we have something special for all sellers. You know, not just one type of seller. If you want to sell in high volume, Tophatter is a marketplace you should look at. And I think these joint ventures are coming together because the manufacturers and the distributors are looking at each other and they're looking at marketplaces and they're saying, how do we grow? You know, how do we scale? And that for me I think the companies that are doing that, it's interesting to us, you know, because you have more smart people who understand both sides of that business, the manufacturing high quality, affordable products, and really like managing, you know this, like managing a marketplace is not always easy. Like you have to understand the marketplace,
it's
build
totally
a relationship.
different from manufacturer to retailers.
It's
from the DNA.
Yeah, it is a real skill, and some people have mastered that skill.
Yeah.
So a lot of mergers in business don't work, but that feels like a merger that I'm sure I can certainly imagine there being success stories there.
So it means that for Tophatter, you will not separate different sellers.
We don't. No, we don't do that. We just have Tophatter is anyone can apply to sell on Tophatter, but what we've started to do, and this has changed over the last 2 years, we started out actually with Etsy sellers. Like you know Etsy, like it's a handmade goods and things.
Yeah, this is a unique channel for a few customers, but they like to spend a lot of money on that. Yeah,
they spend money, but it's like it's oftentimes like handmade items. You can't make them in very high quantity.
Low
production volume. Exactly. Yeah. And then as Tophatter got larger and larger, we started working with more established businesses. So now the way that the marketplace works is the larger businesses that can do lots of volume, they're the ones that perform the best on Tophatter. So when you apply now, like if we will actually look at some of your other marketplaces to see how see the products that you're selling in volume and see some of your ratings and reviews. And that's like, so that if you're an established seller, like that's great. You're going to come on board very quickly. And it doesn't matter if you're a third-party seller or if you're a manufacturer. I mean, we'll be excited to work with you.
You mentioned one interesting word, third-party seller.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I write articles. I read a lot of reports from the state and other countries. There's always some hidden word in platform. What kind of hidden word? Private owned label.
Yeah.
Like Amazon. Yeah. Amazon Basic. Third-party seller. Private label and third-party sellers, they are fighting.
Now they are.
So Tophatter is planning to start your own private label product?
I think right now, like, our focus is be a great platform for other sellers, and I think our super skill as a company is making the shopping experience really fun for shoppers. Yeah. And that means that sellers get lots of volume. Yeah. So most of our resources, almost all of them, are going into how do we find more shoppers and bring them into Tophatter. Yeah. And then how do we keep them on Tophatter with this engaging buying format of 90-second auctions and other similar things that we're working on that basically make shoppers want to keep coming back to buy products from our sellers, right? From sellers on Tophatter. So we're not focused, like, we do not have, I guess our focus far and away is on finding more buyers and also more sellers. And obviously we have a big team that works with our sellers and keeping the buyers happy for as long as possible, hopefully for their whole life. We have we have a big effort here. We would like, if you come to Tophatter yesterday, my view is that you should be shopping with us in 40 years, right?
40 years.
40 years, 50 years, why not, right? So,
all right.
And the only way to do that is to keep providing excellent experience and products. So, and then everybody wins. This is why it's very exciting how Amazon and eBay and other businesses, but those are two of the biggest ones, they've been around for 20 years. Yeah. And Amazon, I think, has been more innovative in how they built their business. But eBay is still a very big business too.
But eBay is getting older. Okay.
It is.
The guys from eBay, I'm sorry about that. You are getting older. No, but it's good. But you're changing. Okay, I know that. Don't be frustrated. I know that.
Yeah, we admire a lot of what eBay does.
Okay, see.
Yeah, eBay is a great, still a very impressive company. I think some people will shop at eBay, some people will shop at Tophatter, some people will shop at other marketplaces. So there's enough people in the world for multiple marketplaces.
Okay. Yeah. There's one question, I'm sure the seller from China.
When do I get to ask you questions? Hopefully.
Last question. Okay. Then you can ask me questions. Right. I'm worried.
Okay.
Sellers always want to know, is it some tricky I can get more order from the platform? You got everything the sellers know, the buyers know is by calculation push. Right. So any tricky that I can get?
Tricky. So the tricky, I think it depends somewhat on the category you're in. So like jewelry and electronics and home, like they're all a little bit different. Yeah. But I mean, I think on our platform, the way to continue to grow it's not magic. It's not like there's no special sauce to it. Ship products quickly. We have tracking that's required. Make sure you're shipping with the required tracking. Yeah. And deliver a product that customers rate highly, right? It's pretty simple actually. How to be successful on Tophatter. Your account manager though, like if you were a seller on Tophatter, what I would say is, I don't know the answer to that question, but like your account manager, whether it's Xiaolong or somebody else in our team, like they're going to help you. They're going to look in detail at your account, and they're going to help you say, look, we need more products like this. Here's the secret to success is you and your account manager are like partners in growing your business.
Project as a team.
It's a team because they want you to grow because their goals are around the growth of their accounts, right? So I think that's the thing that I'm surprised about is that more sellers don't take advantage of their account manager. and proactively say, how can I grow? Some do. Some are great at it, and our account managers are very good at reaching out to sellers too. But use them as a resource, because what you see on Tophatter is one of your SKUs really takes off. You might sell like 2,000 a day of that one SKU, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it's okay. Well, what other SKUs are similar that I could sell as well? And that's like a conversation with the account manager.
All right.
So
the key point is that if you want to do better in Tophatter, first of all, cooperation. Follow the regulation from the platform.
Yep.
And first, the most important, work close with your account manager as a team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't say that. It doesn't sound like there's a secret sauce, but account managers will be able to tell you specifically, like, okay, let's find 3 or 4 SKUs like this, or let's make this tweak to these SKUs so they sell in a higher volume. Maybe changing the photo or changing the description. Account managers, they are very smart at Tophatter, and they're good business people.
Okay.
So they're gonna help you grow.
All right, great. Your turn now.
Yeah.
Okay, it's his turn. Malcolm's turn to ask me questions.
Okay. Here's a question. So, you're coming from China. You're on a trip to America.
Yeah.
What do you think is most folks in China's perception of the American consumer?
Actually, the most important thing is the sellers in China, they're concerned about is that how can I provide product with good quality, enough profit, and good service,
right,
to the U.S. customers.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of options that American consumers can choose.
Yeah.
Online, Amazon, eBay, Tophatter, they have a lot of different choices, and how can I figure out what they need?
Yeah.
And I think there's something really Tophatter can do. When I write articles about the American market, the most popular and the most people, the people who love most, are data analyzation. I write articles about how the people love to buy things, the age, the face, the career, the places they live, the money they spend, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
This is the things they are eager to do.
Interesting. Okay, so in China, your experience is that the businesses and the sellers are really care about international consumers and what they want to buy.
Yes.
The customer experience is important.
Yes, because if we know what customer need, we can make good arrangement on product, supply chain, logistics service, even after sales service. There is always a guess. What does that guy need?
Right.
Okay, I try to figure out on Google AdWords, Facebook, blah blah blah, but the outcome may be totally wrong.
Interesting. So you mean when it comes to products? So sellers are trying to find which products American consumers want.
Yeah.
Right.
And what kind of the trend? The second things they concern about, what's the trend of the customers are concerned about. For example, the young generation, there is a pop that they like the GoPro.
Right.
But now GoPro is gone. Why? What happened?
Right. Interesting. Yeah.
The people from Shenzhen, they spend a lot of money to develop GoPro and some other things related to GoPro. And then all of a sudden, GoPro is like yesterday, old school story.
Right. Well, that's an example of, I think, the smartphone capabilities becoming so much more advanced. So I would not buy a GoPro because I have an iPhone that takes really high quality photos and images. But that's a great point. Is especially in electronics where things change fast. In categories like jewelry, like the gold chains and the silver bracelets, these don't change as much over time.
It's actually the changing is only about the fashion. Like
the
different
apparel
combination.
Apparel is much faster in terms of how fast things change. So staying on top of those trends is that's something else. Like we actually provide recommendations to sellers on which products are hot on Tophatter as a marketplace, so that they can then find similar products, or bring some items that aren't those. Bring some fresh products to the marketplace.
Always the data. When I'm in China, I always ask my sellers, my friends from seller, one question. How do you handle your customer relationship management? And 90% of them say, what? It's CRM.
Right.
You know what? You don't make good works on CRM.
Yeah.
90% of them don't make good work.
Yeah.
And the guys who win make good homework on that.
Yeah, it's important. That is definitely important.
So it means that you will provide some kind of the report or analyzation to sellers about what's the category is to be right now and what expect to be the coming few months.
Yeah.
Will you do that?
I mean, we are providing. We provide is information called a lookbook, which is hot products on the site. Tophatter is unusual because you can actually just see on the homepage what products are hot, and you can see what prices are selling for. So our top sellers, that's a little bit of a tricky. They will see what's performing, and if they can source products that are similar or source products that are even this is very simple, the same product, and they can sell it in high volume, and because they have a relationship with the manufacturer, that will give them some guidance about where to focus initially.
Okay.
So I would say, like, if you want to get a sense for which products sell well on Tophatter, the homepage is actually a great place to start.
All right.
So if we had like a panel of sellers here, what do you think advice they would have for us as a marketplace for how we can improve?
You mean how to qualify the sellers?
No, just how to be. What do you think most sellers? I mean, sellers obviously want to succeed. We want to succeed as well. But do you think there's any advice that they would give Tophatter as a marketplace?
Well, for sellers in China right now, what they expect from the platform is that more easy cooperation, fast communication, and more transparent regulation.
More transparent.
More transparent.
Right.
More clear.
Right.
Okay. The guy from Wish, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to school you, all right? Tophatter is a little bit similar like the early years of Wish, right? What you're doing right now, you got your unique characters. It's different from Wish. I just mentioned some few words you did not do well in the past. They got black box.
Right.
Nobody know what happened. The regulation was in the black box.
Yeah.
The operation instruction in the black box.
Right.
So this will be disaster. In one side, you got somebody take care of the field players and you can make good sales amount.
Right.
But in other side, there is big players around.
Yeah.
They are eager to rush into these black boxes, and nobody know how to get in it.
Right. So there's no clear understanding of how you get volume.
Yeah.
That's the black box. Yeah. So some sellers succeed, some sellers don't, and nobody knows why.
Nobody knows why.
Right.
Some people think, is it about the under-table things? No, it's not about the under-table things.
Right. Right.
As co-founder, this is the most dangerous things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I think certainly with you have thousands and thousands of sellers, and some of them
have some bad ideas. You have some bad falls.
Yeah. I think so. What I'm hearing there is transparency. Make it very clear how to win on the marketplace. That's what you're saying. Yeah. And that's something I think we're right now working on all of our seller marketing materials. So when you sign up to sell, like making it very clear, what you should do to start to get volume.
And the second,
go ahead. Yeah.
And the second thing sellers are eager to know is that, can I get some training?
Yeah.
About how to operation on your platform?
Yeah.
Because the whole logical procedure of Tophatter is that everything shopper saw or see or buy is calculated by the calculation. It's pushed by the calculation, right?
Yeah.
So
somewhat,
is there anything else I can do?
Yeah.
A training from the platform?
Yeah. Yeah, there is, and we are also working on that right now. But that's something that sellers have asked for, and I think we noticed actually our our materials can be better. So for a while you had to figure it out, right? We had some resources, and we have a seller onboarding document that explains some things, but I actually think people like to learn. We miss school. We were in school. Months of school are fun.
Yeah.
And the more information you provide about everything from your listings to the shipping suggestions to which products to focus to sell, the more clear we can make that, the better.
And this is what happened in Wish, guys. I'm talking about you. This is what happened in Wish before. Nobody knows what kind of what is good for the platform, and nobody knows what is wrong for the platform. And when I got the penalty, and I don't know what happened.
Right.
Can you tell me why?
Right.
So transparent. Clear instruction. Training. Try to provide a little bit fair environment. I know you cannot be absolutely fair. But try to. And because you know. 保付跨境收款，亚马逊收款账户全币种提现免费哦，免费哦！保付跨境收款就在你身边，阿美推荐的哦。